Hi Scorpio, welcome to your December 2019 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. If you supported me through 2019, 2018, 2017, and those hardcore ride or die few of you, I know who you are and you know who you are. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really does mean the absolute world to me that so many people do and that so many people resonate with what I do. That really does mean everything to me, so thank you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you would like to get your seat on the winter solstice session, you can do so on the website address below. And also, if you haven't got yours yet, the 2020 calendar is up. That is a daily card pull. It is full moon and new moon astrology for the moons of the time. And also it is a look at that massive conjunction that is coming up for all of us in some way, shape or form. So with that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So not just to the end of the month, but the end of the year. Not just the end of the year, but the end of the decade as we move out of the 10s or the teens and into the 20s. Can you bloody believe it? It's crazy. So let's have a look, right? What are you going to do with this new year, this new decade? Have a good think about that. Your actions for December 2019 are the 5 of Swords. So this looks like you're ready, willing and able to have the difficult conversations. This feels for me like some of you are putting down ultimatums, which is an interesting energy, right? Because usually Scorpio don't do this. They will just stand back, observe. Through your actions, they make their decisions. Whereas this month, I kind of feel like a lot of you have come to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm going to move forward with the way that I'm going to move forward. But what I require at this moment in time is one is honesty, and two, I need to know where I stand. So I'm going to ask you exactly where you're at so that I can make my decision based on that. And like I said, it's very rare that you would see a Scorpio give an ultimatum, but your 5 of Swords is those difficult conversations. It can be battles of conflicts, it can be conflicts of words. You've got this in your actions and interactions with the world at large, which means this is you taking it upon yourself to make certain decisions or to make certain demands in some ways as well. And what really feels evident to me is yeah, I'm seeing like little sparks at the moment. What really feels evident to me at the moment is that this is about you laying down the law in some way. This isn't about you making a decision for somebody. It's about you saying to somebody, we're at a point now where you need to choose. You need to let me know exactly where you're at. You need to be honest with me, right? So that I can make a decision based on where I'm going from here, which is, like I said, it's a very rare thing for a Scorpio to give an ultimatum. Usually they'll just make their decisions based on the way that you behave. But I kind of feel like a lot of you are giving that benefit of the doubt to say, look, you know what? Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's something that I don't know. And if that is the case, tell me now. It's kind of like you're asking, you know what? Let me make an informed decision. All right, so let's have a look at your money and your materials. What's going on in your finances? This month you get you got the Sun, right? Money, materials, finances look great for you this month. This is a beautiful energy because it's blessings, it's abundance, it's you feeling that abundance in your life. It's you having access to the abundance in your life. The Sun card is beautiful because it adds strength and power and lightness to everything that it touches. So this 5 of Swords thing, it doesn't have to be that heavy. It falls right next to the Sun card, right? Which suggests that there is something about this that can be moved past. And maybe it's just that it's a conversation that needs to happen. Maybe it is an ultimatum that needs to be given in order to make somebody see where they're actually at or where you're at together. So the Sun card in your money and materials is beautiful, right? And when it's just for that sector, yes, financial blessings. This is about things being light and easy for you in that respect. Physical vitality and health are definitely there, feeling refreshed, feeling renewed, where a lot of people in December feel kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm wrung out because it's the end of the year. This is you feeling the opposite. This is you feeling that vitality, that inner sort of strength and energy just shining through. This will be a month where people might actually say to you like, damn, have you been on holiday? Because you look great. You're just feeling refreshed and recharged in your health. And when it comes to your money and materials, I mean, what more could you ask for than the sun, right? This is ultimate blessings. How they show up will be different for everybody. So your communications with the world at large. Let's have a look what's going on there. Ooh, shit, they're all jumping out. So I'm going to take those because they were the ones that fell out first. You've got the High Priestess and you've got the Five of Cups. So this is interesting, right? Because you've already got the 5 there. So you've got 2 5s. 5s can be the agents of change, but also the agents of chaos. The 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords are the 2 hardest 5s in the whole deck that you could ask for, really, because they mean some sort of a change to your external environment. The 5 of Cups is always about a loss of some sort. And the 5 of Swords is about having to have that difficult conversation. Now, the fact that this comes in your communication sector, you've got the High Priestess there, which suggests that you are learning something. There's some form, and it's interesting as well, because this energy came up throughout kind of the zodiac this month. There's going to be secrets divulged to everybody in some way, shape or form. I'm going to have to look at what the energy is in the astrology that would suggest that, because there's a lot of secrets coming to light in all of the cards for some, you know, for all of us in some way. Now, the 5 of Cups is about loss. It's about what we're letting go of. And because this is in your communication sector, it may very well be that something in the past that has cost you, something that you might have lost, you find out why that happened. And this month, it could leave you kind of thinking, well, damn, you know what? I didn't have that information at the time, and it felt like this, and this. Well, this month, you could really be privy to an understanding that makes a lot of sense. The fact that it falls, again, next to the Sun card means that whatever it is that sees the light of day will make things easier for you in hindsight. You know, sometimes when we look at things, we kind of get into that shoulda, coulda, woulda energy. Well, if there is a situation that's been like that in your life, this month you could find the energy is there for you to let it go. The Sun card is kind of shining energy on both of these cards and situations and saying, look, you know what? They're not as heavy as they appear, and actually they can be, you know, they could be the root and the beginning of something really awesome. Remember, change isn't always negative. Change isn't always bad. Sometimes it's just uncomfortable, but it leads us to ultimate blessings. Interesting stuff. So your personal relationships, your heart and hearth, you have the Queen of Swords, right? So interesting. For those of you that are partnered, this might be you guys that are having that difficult conversation. For those of you that are partnered, you may very well say, look, you know what, I don't feel like you could be saying to your partner, I don't feel like we're on the same page here, and I feel like we're not necessarily fighting for the same things. That might be a conversation that needs to be had. Okay, it's not great that it's at holiday season, but if it's had and it clears the way and it brings through it clears the path for the sun to shine, why bloody not? Do it. Have the conversation, right? Because it's going to clear the air. For those of you that are single, this Queen of Swords right next to the High Priestess, it does suggest that somebody in your midst has a crush on you, and they will be revealed very soon. It might be that you've had a similar conversation with this person. It might be that their situation is complicated, and so therefore you've always been kind of like, no. It looks like this month they could be very persistent about it, and you might learn something about them and their situation that has changed. Just be sure that you're getting the full picture is all I'll say. I mean, you're Scorpios anyway, so you guys are all over that. All right, so your weeks of the month. your first week of December, you have the Tower card right underneath that Five of Swords. You're having the difficult conversation this month, and it may very well happen right at the beginning of December. This isn't actually a bad thing. It means that you kind of go into the rest of the month clear. You're going to have this sort of clearing of the air. Whatever conversation you're having, whatever ultimatum you're giving, it is one that needs to be given. And maybe that's why you're stepping out of your usual remit to say, look, you know what, it's not something I usually do, but I feel like it's relevant in this situation. It's kind of like you're doing, because the Tower always sees you wanting to do something new, something revolutionary, something even rebellious. So this is you going against the grain, but in a way that is actually going to be really beneficial for you. Your second week of the month, you have the Strength card right underneath the Sun. I mean, these are complementary cards because the Sun rules Leo, the Sun here, and then the Strength card. This is about you really knowing in your heart of hearts how blessed you are. It's about you chasing whatever financial goals and outlooks you have, but also really taking care of yourself. Your inner world is going to be so rich this month that it's going to spill out into the tangible world, into the physical world. This is where you're going to be able to manifest things in a really big way because you're working with and riding the energy in ways that you maybe haven't for a while, right? The Strength card as well sees you really looking into your emotional state and asking yourself, okay, how is it that I've come back to this place? You know, because you know, sometimes it gets a bit blurry. You're like, okay, I've forgotten how to do my thing. You haven't. Whereas this month you're kind of, you know, Stella's getting her groove back, or, you know, whatever the male equivalent of Stella is, you know, for you guys out there. But yeah, really interesting stuff. It looks like you're getting your energy and your power back this month, and you really are courageous. You're able to have those conversations. You're able to really ride this energy to get the best out of it, which I really like for you. So your third week of the month, you got the Death card. This is you. This is your energy. And the fact that you've got the Death card, it's an ending. It's a completion. Now, I didn't want to say this before because I wasn't 100% sure. But now that I've seen the Death card, this could see something leaving your life for good. This could, I mean, the Death card is an end. It's a transition. It comes with the Five of Cups, and it comes with the High Priestess. This could be you hearing about somebody at a distance that has passed away. And because it comes through the guise of the Five of Cups, it will be, you know, it could be maybe an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend from 10 years ago. It could be, you know, a family friend's parent or aunt or something like that. It won't necessarily be directed to you because it comes through your communications, right? But this is about you hearing about somebody at a distance that has passed away. And you'll feel it because you'll be like, oh wow, you know what? They've always been a family friend, or you know, maybe I dated them in the past. It looks like you will have that kind of news coming through. I'm sorry to say, but on the flip side, for you personally, it does represent you having a personal transformation, a personal change right around the holidays, you know, like the actual days of the holidays, because it's here in the third week of the month. I mean, the winter solstice is going to be an interesting energy for you guys in general. All right, so your fourth week of the month, you've got the Empress card. Yeah, for some of you, you have a secret admirer, a secret crush, or maybe one in your environment that you haven't really kind of gone near because their situation is sticky and icky. You know, this month you could be pressed for it. It looks like there's a lot of enjoyment to be had. And if you're single, you know, and they're relatively single, then why not, right? For those of you that are partnered, having this conversation, having this blowout, whatever it is that it might be, it's worth doing. It's worth clearing this air, especially if it is in this fourth week of the month, because it means you go into the new year clear, right? It means that you're clearing the way for the sun to shine through, which is a really beautiful energy. Other than that, in the fourth week of the month, enjoy, celebrate, be present, go out, do things that are fun for you, all right? And then finally, your key to the month, you have the Hierophant card. That is also the number 5. Look at that, 555. This is a triple hit of this 5 energy. 5 is all about change. It's all about freedom, liberation. It's all about doing something different. Now, in stark contrast to that, the Hierophant represents the manifest world. Things that move slowly, that are traditional, things that can't necessarily be changed at the drop of a hat. But it is a number 5, right? So this is something about your external world, something about the area and the arena around you is going to change. For some of you, this could spell a move. For some of you, it could be that you're aligning with a job that prompts a move. For some of you, it could be you that you're aligning with new work that provides more money so that you can alter the home that you live in. It could literally just be as simple or as complex as either one of those things. But the Hierophant card is basically saying to you, the tried and true methods need to be adjusted. Because you've got those 2 other 5s there, yeah, it does, for me, this does feel like there's somebody passing away. I don't feel like it will necessarily be immediate family, but you'll hear of it, and it will, in some way, it will make you, you know, it's never nice to hear that somebody's passed away, but you will feel this because it will be like they're connected to you, but not directly. All right, so all in all, actually a brilliant month for you. You know, even with the challenges that are there, this is kind of a good month for you because it lays a good foundation for going into 2020. With that said, I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Also, whatever you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Yule, right? for those of you like me that celebrate Yule, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic time. Have an amazing new year. Take care, and I will see you soon.